What is daylight saving time? Daylight saving time, DST, is a practice of adjusting clocks forward by 1 hour during the warmer months, typically from spring to fall, to extend daylight into the evening hours. The idea is to make better use of natural daylight, originally implemented to conserve energy by reducing the need for artificial lighting. In most regions that observe DST, clocks spring forward by 1 hour in the spring, often in March in the US, and fall back by 1 hour in the fall, often in November in the US, reverting to standard time. The concept dates back to World War I, when it was introduced to save fuel, though its modern use and rationale have evolved, often tied to economic, lifestyle, or convenience arguments. In the United States, DST is governed by the Uniform Time Act of 1966, though states can opt out of observing it. For example, Hawaii and Arizona do not. Globally, about 70 countries use some form of DST, but the start and end dates vary, and many nations, like South Africa, India, and China, do not observe it at all. The practice remains controversial, with debates centering on its actual energy savings, economic benefits, and health impacts. Research suggests the time shifts disrupt circadian rhythms, potentially increasing risks of heart attacks, workplace injuries, and traffic accidents in the days following a change, though findings are mixed on the extent of these effects. There are two main alternatives to the current system of switching clocks twice a year. Number 1. Permanent standard time, keeping clocks fixed year-round on the winter time, for example, November to March in the US, aligning more closely with solar time. Number 2. Permanent daylight saving time, keeping clocks fixed year-round on the summer time, for example, March to November in the US, providing later sunsets but later sunrises, especially in winter. Public opinion often favors ending the clock changes, but preferences split between these two options, influenced by geography, lifestyle, and personal schedules. Elon Musk's recent tweet on daylight saving time. On March 5, 2025, Elon Musk posted a poll on X, asking, "If daylight savings time change is canceled, do you prefer," with two options, an hour earlier and an hour later. This tweet, made just days before the US was set to spring forward on March 9, 2025, reignited discussion about DST, a topic Musk has addressed before. Musk's phrasing, "an hour earlier and an hour later," refers to the two potential outcomes of abolishing DST changes. An hour earlier aligns with permanent standard time, keeping clocks as they are during the fall and winter months, for example, no spring forward, so time stays as it is post-November. An hour later aligns with permanent DST, locking clocks to the spring and summer schedule, for example, keeping the time after the March shift year-round. This isn't Musk's first comment on DST. In November 2024, he responded to an X poll favoring abolition, saying, "Looks like people want to abolish the annoying time changes." He also supported Vivek Ramaswamy's remark that DST is inefficient and easy to change. Additionally, Musk has backed legislative efforts like the Sunshine Protection Act, which pushes for permanent DST, replying yes to Senator Rick Scott's promotion of it in 2024, though he's also signaled openness to permanent standard time in other posts. His stance appears flexible, focusing more on ending the switching than on a specific outcome. Musk's tweet aligns with his role as co-leader of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, an advisory group under President-elect Donald Trump, tasked with streamlining government operations. Trump himself has recently called DST inconvenient and costly, vowing Republican efforts to eliminate it, a shift from his 2019 support for permanent DST. Musk's poll could be a casual gauge of public sentiment or a hint at a policy push within DOGE, though the group lacks direct authority to change DST laws. Any shift would require congressional action. The tweet has sparked varied reactions on X, with some users advocating for permanent DST to keep evenings lighter. For example, keep it the time that it is when daylight savings time is in effect, while others prefer standard time for earlier sunrises. Musk's history of using X to float ideas, sometimes seriously, sometimes playfully, leaves it unclear how committed he is to this cause. Given his influence in Trump's ear, though, it adds momentum to an already simmering debate as the U.S. approaches its next clock change on March 9, 2025.